I'm live again with another analysis. This time we're going to take a look at USDJPY. The news about is that the US dollar whipsaws aimed mix US data. And in the news, you're going to read the Japanese yen to control over its near-term future as it kept chipping away off the dollar's dominance. And it's simply saying that, yeah, the Japanese yen has gotten more power in comparison to US dollar. So, but anyhow, what I'm interested in is the chart, as we always try to analyze the chart with technical analysis via price action method. So we start with a complete clean chart. And as you know, I prefer to start from the weekly. This is going to be an update to my previous analysis. I've actually had another stream about a week ago. So I will actually go over these. That is really a complete analysis, especially for the long term and mid term. But I'm going to just go through over it as a summary. So we have this impulsive wave on the weekly, and we can see that price has been corrected and reversed on this 15 percentage of Fibonacci level. So let me get rid of this level first, and then just draw this rectangle, which I usually use to utilize to show critical zones. So here, price has been reversed from the support zone. Also, after reversing, I can see another area, which is our resistance level here on the weekly chart. You know that these levels are really important and crucial to be recognized. And that's the reason that I always start from these weekly charts because they are so powerful. They have been in the market and actually impacting the price action for a long term. So it for long term. So it is actually indicating that they are much stronger to the lower time frames. So I'm happy with this one. Let's zoom in a little bit to just uh, take a closer look. Let me just add a call out here as well that it is the 50 percentage of people level. So just to have some sort of a reminder. I guess I'm happy with this. Another thing that I can utilize, just see how much this one has been corrected. I can see that after this, some sort of impulsive wave downside. We have not talked about the details of this. This is something that is coming up. But anyhow, I can see that it has been just corrected to 38.2. So I can also add these. This is 38.2 percentage of Fibo level. These are the levels of retracement tool, and I think I'm good enough. Let's jump into the daily chart to take a closer look at this impulsive wave or this downtrend as the correction to the 15 percentage, as we have just called it out here. Let me see what kind of wave I'm looking at. In order to recognize it, let me just use this trend line to have a good understanding of this last wave, which seems a more complicated wave. And I can see that I can draw simply a trend line. It is going to be some sort of a parallel channel, kind of. And so it makes it really easy for me to count this as a one major wave. So if I just go back a little bit, I can say that it is actually a fifth wave containing one, two, three, four, and this long five wave, fifth wave. the second wave is actually kind of side wave structure as a symmetric triangle. Uh, if we want to see the details, we can jump into the hourly charts, but it is enough for me to recognize these as my second wave. The third wave, you can see that it is much sharper than the others, seems more powerful, very long candle. So it is saying that yeah, I'm very powerful impulsive wave. The fourth wave, just a zigzag. We had this corrective structure. Now we have this sharp corrective structure against the main trend, which is the downtrend here. So it is uptrend. And now starting this five wave. This five wave, I can actually count its minor waves. One, two, three, four, five. So let me just change its color quickly. And also it is not an intermediate, but minor. So these five waves actually created this last fifth wave. Um, how I'm actually counting this as such, you're saying that the fourth wave here has been entered the territory of this first wave. So, and also this long fifth wave, not in from the price perspective, but also from the time perspective, it took a very long time to get created this last wave because it is called an ending diagonal. So let me call it out. This is the ending diagonal. Um, let's just fix the typo. This ending diagonal, it is exactly its behavior. It is consists of it's still an impulsive wave and consists of five waves, as we are indicating already. And also, this is not very sharp because it's as you can see, the correction of the fourth wave has been entered the territory of the first wave, but also it is actually happening in the long term. So we have these actually long-term impulsive wave. Another indication about for just proving that yeah it might be an ending diagonal. Let me just jump into the hourly for a moment to have a better sense of the details of this momentum. Let's expand this a little bit. The five wave, the ending diagonal consists of not 5-3-5-3-5 structure, but 3-3-3-3-3 structure. This is the behavior. This is how ending diagonals just get created. So I can actually change the color of this one to something much lighter. And this is going my not even minor, just minute. So this is going to be an ABC. As you can see, it is the form, and also the impulsive waves inside this impulsive the diagonal is also ABC. So as a correction, it is also an ABC. The next momentum is again ABC. As you know, it is going to be an ABC for the fourth wave. This is some sort of expanded uh, flat. As you know, it is a range. It is a kind of merge a range market that price just moved around two levels, but it is a little bit expanded. It means that when each uh, created, you can see it passed the end of the previous impulsive wave. And also when the siege got created, it also passed the A wave. So it is almost range, but expanded. This is well known as expanded flat pattern as a corrective structure, which is also an ABC. And the last wave of this ending diagonal is another ABC that it has been created this. So good to understand this. With that in mind, let's jump into our daily reset the chart. So I have a better understanding of this momentum. Just wanted to get sure that I'm not displacing things. Let's remove these wave countings. They're actually adding a lot of noise. I'm feeling good enough with them. Let's also get rid of this ending diagonal. I can also remove that one. So we have this impulsive wave as we just saw. Uh, I can bring this up. And after that, we are seeing this momentum, which was the 38 percentage. One thing that immediately comes to my mind that, okay, if this one is the corrective structure, the 50 percentage, how it is going to be a five-wave structure? And if you're going to argue that, that's completely a valid and good question. I can back to a weekly chart. I can say that, yeah, it is here, but this five-wave structure can be a part of a much bigger ABC. Now I can change it to more powerful color, also not intermediate, but primary. So this is going to be our ABC, possible ABC. We don't know. But if that was your question, I just want to clarify that this might not be the end of the correction. So because this is a sharp correction, we know that it is a very powerful impulsive wave, very powerful in the past. And this sharp correction, and with this reversal here, it is not going to be a range or something like that, or side wave structure. I'm not seeing any possibility for that at the moment, at least. But it is going to be, it might have the continuation as the C here, but also we know very rarely C's can also be truncated to be in the same level of A, or a little bit just in bottom, or even it can be lower than that. Just wanted to answer that question because also it immediately came to my mind. Coming back to the daily chart, finally we reach this place that we have this kind of momentum to the top. So it is again a corrective structure of this wave as our major possible B, and to 38 percentage. So with that, I guess we have fetched very good information from the daily view. Let's jump into the hourly view to better have a better sense of this. Because as I said, this is an update to my previous analysis. More details are available. Also, I provided much details again here. The details that I missed in the previous one, I cannot share everything that I possibly can see in each analysis, but the most important ones. We were here actually uh, in the last analysis. We found this last wave of this impulsive wave, or this correction, sorry, the corrective wave here to the top, depending to how you are really seeing this, if it is an impulsive or correction. But it has been actually done to this 38 percentage of feeble level. We're seeing that in the end, this some sort of ending diagonal, but this time uptrend, has been breakout. So it was it was the previous time, I guess, we were here at the previous analysis. Uh, let's fix the typos. So this previous analysis point, we just talked about that here. We probably going to see a reversal. I've just a copy of these. It's yeah. Here was the. You can find it in my channel. Also, the link is in the description if you are interested to take a look at that. This is a uh, some point in the middle of the analysis that I'm actually showing that we have probably some sort of reversal to this top and the breakout of this structure to a lower, two possible lower uh, areas. And we are seeing that the exact same behavior has just been happened. It has confirmed that yes, it has been reversed, and then it continued this momentum not to the first level, which this was the first target. I can draw it quickly. Let's remove this one as well, but also to the second level, which is here, and it has been reached both targets. So good to see that it is actually moving as we were expecting. But what is going to be the continuation? How it is going to behave from now on? What is the update? So I can see that, yeah, in the long term, we discussed that there is a possibility that that was the short term, but the mid-term was that after reversing from that level, probably we are going to see some sort of reversal to this support zone power for 50 percentage. If we want to continue as the long term, if we want to discuss, we talked about this possible ABC that it might happen. It might be some maybe a fake out to this one to complete the ABC and then reverse back to top of very long term things. But also it can be an ABC just to the same level or truncated as the price is at the moment. So about this midterm, we know that this can be continued to anywhere here. Let's remove this to take a closer look to this final momentum. Maybe it is better to jump into the just a lower time frame to see a better details. Um, this is some sort of impulsive. It might be the first wave of a correction, or itself it can be an impulsive. So I can count this as a first wave, then it's reach out to the below of this channel, and then there's a reversal. This is the third wave. I'm and this reversal was a sharp reversal. I'm seeing a side wave structure here. And then we can have a possible fifth wave as we discussed, that it might be somewhere that major C might be continuing to some place here. I'm not seeing any kind of reversal to this wave. It seems so powerful. It seems that it is going to be continued. This fourth wave, I can actually see a form of a pennant or triangle, depending to really how you want to look at it. I'm seeing some sort of descending triangle here. Descending triangles contains of five waves. It can be A, B, C, E, and possible E. So if we want to start talking about the conclusion as our update on these, this is going to be our very short impulsive. As we can see, this just tiny green one has been got created. Or you might argue that no, 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 that's not the case. This was the C, this was the D, and this was the E, and almost done. And we don't going to see that tiny uptrend, and it is going to have its continuation. The corrective structure is done, and we are going to have this momentum down here. And this the target might be anywhere. Maybe if we look at this range market here can be the top of this range market or the bottom. This is where I'm seeing two major uh, points from this support zone perspective. So this fifth way can be somewhere here or even a little bit more somewhere here. Also, we can utilize this Fibonacci extension, which is the reverse of this retracement tool, and we can see how it has been almost sitting on these levels. Maybe I can adjust this a little bit to the top as well, because it is got much closer to these points. Now we can see that the first target and the first critical support zone is 125 to 27 percentage, and the next one is uh, also possible 161. As I'm seeing, this is a very powerful downtrend, and the price also returned to, if I get rid of this um, actually Fibonacci tool, and also if I remove these uh, trend lines, if I draw the exact uh, extension, oh, that's not the correct tool. If I grab this Fibonacci retracement tool and now I draw it here, I can see that price has been reversed to 61, the golden ratio. So yeah, it is enough powerful to go back to these second target as well. Anyhow, we talked about this very short momentum. We talked and coming back as a midterm. Still, I'm actually sticking to this longer uh, bearish momentum down here. But to finalize, because we start from very uh, up uh, time frames, now I can remove these details to have a much cleaner chart. I'm really fan of removing stuffs. Uh, remove those noise. Now I have room to breathe. So as we discussed about the C1 and also talk that this is going to be the continuation of this, I would like to, as a long term, saying that regardless of it is C going to be truncated or at the same level to create a double bottom or even more far away to 68 percentage. This is 15. This is going to be somewhere around 61 percentage, or maybe also this one. So after this, we might see a reversal. That's one possibility that for any of these places, if it decided to return any of these zones, we're going to have some sort of reversal to this level. Also, it might be possible with fake out. That's one scenario from each of these points. But another scenario is that, yeah, it might be a continuation more powerful if we want to just count it. It is not the correction and it is going to be a new impulsive wave. So I need to get rid of these um, actually waves, these corrective waves, and I can add, okay, this is going to be my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but the not intermediate, but the primary one. So this is going to be the new way of looking of that if that is the case. But it is so tough to talk about long terms. I'm not really fan of this one. Anyhow, I wanted just to share you that this might be possible as well. So you can have that in mind. But mostly it is more important to you recognize these more tiny momentums that might impact you if you are really want to take any action of any of these things after you that. But I strongly suggest that don't take these because I'm purely sharing educational contents, just showing you how to utilize these tools without any indicator, without just a price action. So if you just look at the price and we try to recognize the trends, the minor trends, intermediate trends, primary ones, minus ones, as you have seen in these all these kind of waves in this analysis, we want to actually take advantage of all these tools to create a capability to understand or somehow get a feeling of upcoming momentum in the market. So, and this is only my personal opinions about this. As always, I came up with three conclusions: short term, mid-term, and long term. And that was the update for our previous USDJPY analysis. Also, as I told already, you can find the link to the previous one if you are interested to look at as well in the description of this one. But anyhow, if you have any question, please put them in the comments. Also, if you really want to share more information about your question, I have a Discord server. You can actually jump there and ask your questions there. I would be grateful to answer your question as well. And yeah, any kind of feedback is also uh, very welcome. Anyhow, until next analysis, thank you for watching me and have a nice day.